It's that popular poltergeistery time of the year again! It's October 2023, and Team Fortress 2's Scream Fortress 15 update is now live, so let's get summarizing. Prior to the update, as per usual, on October 1st, Halloween mode was automatically re-enabled. This caused a few changes within the game. The main menu's backgrounds and characters featured switched to Halloween-specific images. The music tracks that play when the game is launched switched to Halloween-specific tracks. The Halloween maps were re-added to casual matchmaking. Halloween/full moon restricted cosmetics were made usable again. Lastly, health pickups changed to their Halloween appearance. On October 9th, the actual update released. The in-game news was updated to indicate to players that the Scream Fortress update was live and to highlight its contents. The Soul Gargoyle was distributed to players who did not already own one, and the mechanics around collecting souls for it was re-enabled. Its ability to re-roll items into new Halloween items was also re-enabled. Mirage Mission campaign contracts were re-enabled. 12 new contracts were added to go along with the new maps added to the game. Speaking of, 12 new Halloween maps were added to the game. The maps are Perks, an arena mode map set in a medieval-style village. Before every round, teams vote on one of 3 random perks to give their team for that round and future rounds. Perks are things like double melee damage, 10% extra movement speed, and summoning a friendly skeleton on death. Slime, a King of the Hill map set in a foggy seaside fishery. After the control point is captured for the first time in a round, a group of fish people called Salman start attacking. They spawn in waves every 60 seconds. They attack players with melee attacks and a spit attack that gives the target the Mark for Death debuff. They drop canned fish on death that restores a bit of health. Instead of explosive pumpkins, the map has salmon eggs. They deal less damage than explosive pumpkins, but give those damaged the Mark for Death debuff. Lava Pit, a Halloween reskin of Gravel Pit. It's an attack-defend control point map with magic spells and pumpkin bombs set in an industrial facility with many pits of lava. Periodically, portals throughout the map open, leading to an underworld. The underworld contains spells and grants players a temporary buff upon exiting. Mannsylvania, a player destruction map with magic spells and pumpkin bombs set in a medieval town. Periodically, portals open to Dracula's castle where players can deposit blood near a coffin. Leaving the castle grants players the vampire power-up from manpower mode for a few seconds. At the end of a round, everyone is teleported to a bloody pit. This map has a unique announcer, Dracula. Sandcastle, a Halloween reskin of DeGroot Keep. It's a medieval mode attack-defend control point map with magic spells set in a miniature sandcastle. Capturing control point A and B opens a portal to an obstacle course that rewards players with a rare spell and a temporary buff. At the end of the round, a portal opens in the middle of the sandcastle that unshrinks players on the winning team. Spineyard, or Spineyard, maybe it's a skeleton pun, is a single-stage payload map with magic spells and explosive pumpkins set in an Italian town on an island. The blue team making progress pushing the payload cart causes groups of skeletal mobsters to spawn. They have Tommy guns and they shoot players on both teams. They can block the payload cart and they drop spellbooks on death. And Corruption, a single-stage payload map with pumpkin bombs set in a coastal asylum. Periodically, portals throughout the map open, leading to a randomly generated, melee weapons-only asylum maze. A new layout generates each time the portals open. One portal also opens on top of the payload cart. The cart can't be moved while it's active. After the portal vanishes, the cart will not roll backwards unless it's nudged and then left alone by the blue team. Escaping the asylum maze grants the player a temporary buff. The 5 remaining maps are for a new community-created game mode titled Zombie Infection. The way the mode works is, everyone starts in the red team, the human team. Once the round begins, a fraction of the players on the server automatically switch teams and become zombies. The humans have 1 life. When they die, they join the zombie team and increase the round's timer slightly. The zombie team wins when there are no humans left. The human team wins when the round timer ends. When there are few humans left, they get guaranteed mini-crits. When there's 1 human left, they get guaranteed critical hits. The zombie team loses access to any equipped weapons. Instead, they get a slash attack and a passive or active ability. The abilities depend on the class. For example, heavies can destroy buildings in 1 hit, and snipers can lob acid balls. Zombies can see the outlines of teammates through walls. When they die, they drop a small health kit. The maps for this game mode are... Murky, a map with explosive pumpkins set in a swamp near a city. Atoll, a map with explosive fish barrels set on a tiny island with a lighthouse powered by a rotating cat. Woods, a map set in a rocky forest with a lake and a mine shaft. Sanitarium, a map with explosive pumpkins set in a multi-floored sanitarium in a foggy forest. It has a working elevator and working, in quotations, ladders. And Devastation, a map set in dilapidated and flooded corridors and tunnels underneath the city. A new case was added to the game containing 29 new community-created cosmetics, 25 normal cosmetics, and 4 that can drop as a bonus and are Halloween/full moon restricted. The case has a chance to drop taunt unusual fires as a bonus. New unusual effects were added to the game, 13 for hats and 7 for taunts. For the duration of the Halloween event, unusuals created by opening cases have these new Halloween-specific unusual effects. That's about it for Halloween-specific changes made in this update. Some non-Halloween changes were also made. 4 new taunts were added to the game. They can be obtained through direct purchase from the Manco store. A few minor bug fixes and improvements were made to older maps. The Horseless Headless Horseman's purple glowing effect was fixed. Lastly, they updated the localization files. Anyways, that's the Scream Fortress 15 update summarized. Remember that the event ends on this date. If you intend to open cases or finish all the Mirage mission contracts, that's the deadline. Or maybe it's the undeadline. I've made this joke before. Thanks for watching and enjoy some Halloween fun. Au revoir.